So, today I'm going to talk about a very crucial topic that every one of you need to understand and need to hear, which is confident. A word confident is something that everyone has heard of, but they kind of fail to implement this personality trait in their life. And the reason that I'm trying to understand and trying to advocate on behalf of confidence is because it has incremental life changing values can be created if you are a confident person, right? Now let's start with what confidence is and how it can truly shape the way you live life and onwards. Now, the word confident means the self belief that you have on yourself, even though you are not, and even though you are in a process of learning something, you kind of show the world that you are well to do and you are able to do the tasks because of the self belief that you have in yourself, or it can be a bit of conviction. It's a bit slightly different term from conviction and confident, but confident is a self belief that you have on yourself. Now, why I am trying to tell people that you need to be a very confident person, and saying that verbally that to you face to face, that you need to be a very, it's like saying that you need to be a rich, right? But you are not going to be rich just by I'm saying, and you can't be rich just by yourself saying I will be rich, I want to be rich, right? You have to practice that and you have to understand what does that means. Now, in terms of confidence, why I'm trying to explain is because, see, I will share you a very small story. So when I was working as a barista, um, basically the job is to make sure I'm making coffee, I'm taking care of the customer, and I am kind of being an all-rounder guy who can do coffee, who can serve the customer, who can take the orders, and being efficient in every aspect, right? Now, when I was working in that field, it's basically a hospitality field. So when I was working in that field, I was I was um, calling every cafe over there, and I end up in one cafe and I went for a trial, and over there they said, are you ready for trial? And I started working. So what I did there was, because I had the experience of making coffee, but the thing was I wasn't very much a expert that they are hiring. They need someone who is very expert at doing coffee, taking orders. But what I did was I did a bit of a trick, or you say a bit of a confident personality that I showed up there. So I went up to the manager, I shook a hand, and I start talking in a way that I know things and I have done so much. And it's not like that I'm just throwing things up, but I knew that what I was doing, but I wasn't perfect at what I was in that craft. Now, as I speak up and as I saw that I'm a confident person, and I went to the counter and started taking order, even though it was very hard for me to take and it was taking a lot of time, but still I showed up and I saw that I was taking order and I was, you know, doing every bits and piece that a cafe basically need, and they hired me next day. So, and there are multiple cases that I have seen myself when I was being confident and when I was so up. So that's very important. And even from that aspect to other aspect, when I'm in my uni, I can clearly say that when I'm a bit confident and when I'm saying that, saying things through my whole conviction, people start believing in me, and I kind of had this a good impression, you can say, because of the confidence that I showed up to the other person. Now, the reason that I'm trying to say that you need to show and be a confident person is because if you are someone who has a skill, but still you don't have that much of skill, but if you are confident and you have a skill what's happening around, still you need to have like basic idea on what's happening around. But even though you are talented and you have, it doesn't matter, but if you have a little bit of skill and a bit of good confidence, then that's well enough in this world for you to provide value and stay in the front line, because that's how the world works. People are hiring people, or people are looking for companies or leaders looking for people who are confident, who can show up, and who can actually show and believe, they make them believe that okay, this person, this individual can really is a assist to my company. Because if you are not confident and you are talented, but you are not confident, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what skill you provide to the value, because the only thing that matters is how much you can bring up the table by showing things up, which is you speak verbally and try to convince them that you are a good individual who has a lot of things to bring on the table, and also you are an asset to a company, not a liability. And it's a self-efficacy technique there, right? So your belief in your ability to succeed in a specific task. Now, in confident, what you have to understand is there is a vast distinction between being confident and being overconfident. Now, you need to realize that it's a subtle thing that you have to realize. So whenever you're talking to someone and you are talking to someone who is a bit senior, right? Now you are saying that I know all of this stuff that I have done before, and I have worked in a lot of cafes, or I have got a lot of experience. But you were showing a bit of confidence where you lied that you don't have those experience, but you lied in the name of showing confident to the person who is a bit senior. Then you might get caught, and that's a very bad thing, right? You don't want to be a con artist, right? So what you have to do is you need to be a confident, and you need to show that you know things, but at the same time, those who are senior, they knew understand that every human is not perfect, right? You are not a perfectionist who knows everything else. So you have to be on the ground, as well as you have to show a bit of a confident as well. So you have to make a mix of a balance to make sure that you are in a steady rise. Saying that, you shouldn't be a dumb, but you shouldn't be overconfident as well. You should be in a balanced position where you can assure that individual that you are such a person who is confident, who is hardworking and passionate to the company, or to the business, or to the cafe, or to the whatever you're working in, whatever career field you're working on. Now, that's what I as an individual have learned so far, right? So you need to be confident. It can be anywhere in the world. It can, if you go for a hiring, if you go for working for a company, working for a cafe, working for any kind of business venture, talking to your friends, talking to a new person. Because let's say you meet a new person, right? So you went in a let's say you went in a marriage ceremony where there are a lot of people, and you have to make sure that you are socializing with everybody, not being an introvert, not have no idea how to talk, right? So even though you don't have a proper way of talking, or you don't have a way to convey the message that you normally convey with your friends, because you talk with your friends normally casually every day, but you don't talk with those persons. So you just need to go, and you just need to show up your who you are, right? They won't make a fun of you on you don't know how to speak, or you are not going to say some dumbass, until and unless you are not going to say something stupid. It's totally fine. You just need to go, greet them, talk about things that you've done, and and also listen to them, and that's it. And the only thing that comes into this whole play, is that you are being confident, and you just show up, and you just need to show up every time you face a crisis of, oh, I have very low self-esteem, oh, I can't do it. No, you can do it. And the reason you can't do it, because you are not allowing yourself to escape that human potential, or you don't want to come out that comfort zone that you have had. And that's a very separate topic. But coming back to the topic, confidence is the key that plays very significant role in how much successful you will be in your life. And also I think also it comes plays in every aspect of your life. um yeah, I mean, see, from take let's say you are a guy who went to a new country, and you want to make a coffee order, right? So there is a cafe over there, and you went to the cafe and you enter the cafe. So there will be people around who will be doing their own stuff, and you went enter the room and you were like, hey, how's it going, right? And they say something, they will return back something, and you fine, and you start interacting. And that's a way people, that's a real behavior, that's a normal behavior, that's a human normal behavior, that's a way of interaction. But most people can't do it. Most people can't go and talk properly because they are low in self-esteem and low on confidence, and that's a lack of confidence, right? And from taking a coffee order, from dealing or signing a big real estate deal, or um, talking to someone who is a high achiever, or giving a speech on the mass, or it can be anything. In every life, in the way, you will find something that is related to confidence. And in every aspect, it's the you need to be a confident, right? You need to be confident in order to be something that. And the thing is, when you start being more confident, you kind of have that positive aptitude to more learning, and also you will grow eventually, because you will realize that it was not hard as you think it was. It was just the barrier. Your mind was blocking that small, very thin lining between them, was blocking that ability to open. And once you realize or understand that, it's it's a new game, it's a new life. So I small so through this video, I just want to put a small reminder that confidence is the key. Try to um, just initiate, just talk to a random stranger. Maybe they ignore, doesn't matter, just go, talk to people, socialize, and yeah, do there are thousands of videos over there, or thousands of ways how to be confident person. You can't just say that I can't do this. You just need to show up, and you just need to do it eventually, and that's the way you can eventually grow in life. And once you being a confident person, you will be a different person as well. That's what I've see so far in myself as well. So that's all for now, and stay confident. Peace. Thank you for watching my video.